We meet new people all the time, and every meeting has the potential to lead to long-term relationships. The question is, how do you make that first meeting memorable? The ones who are the most successful at turning this initial introduction into networking capital can harken back to an effective elevator pitch. Let's pretend you've just bumped into a former client or colleague at the airport, or you're at a charity luncheon, a dinner party, or a class reunion. After exchanging pleasantries, someone asks you what you do. You open your mouth and then pause. Where on earth do you start? Then, as you try to organize your thoughts, her flight is called and she's on her way. If you'd been better prepared, you're sure she would have stayed long enough to schedule a meeting. This is one situation where it helps to have an elevator pitch, a short, pre-prepared speech that explains what your organization does clearly and succinctly. Now, we can change the location, we can eliminate the elevator and avoid those awkward intros, so tell me about yourself and what you do, who are you? That question is inevitable, and we all know it's coming. So let's prepare for it by locking in your perfect elevator pitch. I want you to pitch like a star. Elevator pitches are important because, let's face it, we're all very busy. When we are meeting someone new or trying to determine whom we need to network with further, an elevator pitch serves two purposes. It decreases the amount of countless business cards we'll have to sift through because we will instantly know who provides something of value or beneficial to what we are currently working on and striving to achieve. Secondly, and most importantly, it causes us to value other people's time and quickly and clearly articulate who we are and what we are seeking to accomplish. An elevator pitch is a brief, persuasive speech that you use to spark interest in what your organization does. You can also use them to create interest in a project, idea, or product, or in yourself. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. These are the rules to consider. A good elevator pitch should last no longer than a short elevator ride of 20 to 30 seconds, hence the name. They should be interesting, memorable, and succinct. They also need to explain what makes you or your organization, product, or idea unique. Some people think that this kind of thing is only useful for salespeople who need to pitch their products and services, but you can also use them in other situations. For example, you can use one to introduce your organization to potential clients or customers. You could use them in your organization to sell a new idea to your CEO, or tell people about the change initiative that you're leading. You can even craft one to tell people what you do for a living. These are the 3 rules to consider. It should be 30 seconds or less. Your talent, skill, or expertise, or how you can add value to a situation should be clear. There should be a goal or an ask, and a plan to follow up. Everything else is up to you. Here's your elevator pitch template. Follow these steps to create a great pitch. But bear in mind, you'll need to vary your approach depending on what your pitch is about. Number 1, identify your goal. Start by thinking about the objective of your pitch. For instance, do you want to tell potential clients about your organization or yourself? Do you have a great new product idea that you want to pitch to an executive? Or do you want a simple and engaging speech to explain what you do for a living? Number 2, explain what you do. Start your pitch by describing what your organization does. Focus on the problems that you solve and how you help people. If you can, add information or a statistic that shows the value in what you do. Ask yourself this question as you start writing. What do you want your audience to remember most about you? Keep in mind that your pitch should excite you first. After all, if you don't get excited about what you're saying, neither will your audience. Your pitch should bring a smile to your face and a quicken to your heartbeat. People may not remember everything you say, but they will likely remember your enthusiasm. Number 3, communicate your USP, your unique selling position. Basically, what do you do that is special? While there's no need to delve into the specific job jargon, you need to be able to identify and articulate what keeps you at the top of your game. Consider these. your professional accomplishments, any awards, recognitions, certifications, etc. What is the common thread in all of your jobs? Take a look at your transferable skills and identify the one or two where you really excel. Focus on your essential skill set. What ability have you continued to strengthen in every role? Identify what makes your organization or your idea unique. If you say that your skill set is communications, no one is going to doubt you. However, if you say that your skill set is communications and you have a, quote, knack for persuasive storytelling, then an employer has a clearer understanding of your value. Your concise and clear understanding of your abilities will not only lead others to believe in your abilities, but also help employers more readily identify how you fit into the bigger picture of your department, field, or industry. Not sure what your strength in a particular area is? Think about some of the feedback you've received. Example, to highlight what makes your company unique, you could say, we use a novel approach because, unlike most other developers, we visit each organization to find out exactly what people need. Although this takes a bit more time, it means that on average, 95% of our clients are happy with the first beta version of their app. That's how you do it. Number 4, put it all together. When you've completed each section of your pitch, put it all together. Then read it aloud and use a stopwatch to time how long it takes. Remember, it should be no longer than 20 to 30 seconds. Otherwise, you risk losing the person's interest or monopolizing the conversation. Then, try to cut out anything that doesn't absolutely need to be there. Remember, your pitch needs to be snappy and compelling, so the shorter it is, the better. Example, here's how your pitch could come together. My company develops mobile applications that businesses use to train their staff remotely. This means that senior managers can spend their time on other important tasks. Unlike other similar companies, we visit each organization to find out exactly what people need. That means that on average, 95% of our clients are happy with the first version of their app. So how does your organization handle the training of new people? That's a much better pitch. Number 5, practice. Like anything else, practice makes perfect. Remember, how you say it is just as important as what you say. If you don't practice, it's likely that you'll talk too fast, sound unnatural, or forget important elements of your pitch. Set a goal to practice your pitch regularly. The more you practice, the more natural your pitch will become. You want it to sound like a smooth conversation, not an aggressive sales pitch. Make sure that you're aware of your body language as you talk, which conveys just as much information to the listener as your words do. Practice in front of a mirror, or better yet, in front of a colleague until the pitch feels natural. As you get used to delivering your pitch, it's fine to vary it a little. The idea is that it doesn't sound too formulaic or like it's pre-prepared, even though it is. Tip 1. You may want to keep small takeaway items with you, which you can give to people after you've delivered your pitch. For example, these could be business cards or brochures that talk about your product, idea, or business. Tip 2. Remember to tailor your pitch for different audiences if appropriate. So that you know I practice what I preach, this is my elevator pitch. Hi, my name is Star Jones, and I'm president of IPDN. I am extremely passionate about promoting diversity and inclusion and gender equality. My company and I provide expanded networking and career opportunities for professional women to grow their personal and professional networks. I'm looking to find new partners that are likewise dedicated to women's empowerment and helping women connect, aspire, and achieve. So I'd really love to keep in touch and schedule lunch to follow up with you sometime. What'd you think? Good, right? Now it's your turn. Let's go. It's time to pitch like a star. It's time to dream, rise, and lead.